What's going on, fam? Today we're gonna do a takedown, a slide takedown of the Keltec P32, chambered in 32 ACP. This is one of my favorite pistols. Very reliable, very small, very light, great recoil, great capacity for its size. This is the lightest polymer handgun currently in production at 6 ounces. Okay. The takedown is different. If this is your first time owning this gun, it might be a little bit cumbersome for some people. It's not a direct takedown, meaning it's not like a Taurus where you can just the parts that you use to take your gun down is already matted to the gun. You don't have any pins to pop out and things like that. But on guns like these, it's like a rather old takedown system. You have the pop pins out, and a lot of people don't like that because stuff can get lost, but that's what it is. So we're gonna take down the Keltec, man, P32. First thing you always do, check your gun, make sure it's empty. This gun is loaded. As far as ammunition, it is not hot. This is one of my carry pistols. Empty. So what you want to do is, you see this, there's a pin right here. You have to it's good to do it with empty magazine. It helps you. So we're gonna do it like this. I've never did it any other way. I did it with an empty mag. So you put your magazine in the gun. This gun has slide hold open. So what you do is, when you pull it back, let me show you what happens if you don't. See, the way the slide is notched, you'll mar your frame. If you try to pull that pin out, if you don't pull the slide back, you will scratch your gun up right here. So what they did is they made it kind of recessed. It slopes down, so when you pull the slide back, the pin, you have clearance to pull the pin out. Good design. So if you see, and now you got the clearance because the slide is back, and now you have room to get that pin out of there. All right, so you can use a tiny little flathead screwdriver. Always use something flat and thin. Okay, don't use a Phillips or anything like that. You will scratch your gun up. So a lot of people like using the back of a empty shell casing or a bullet. You can use this one. This is a 380. So you take the bullet, the rim, and you kind of like, you have to set it here and dig in, and it'll start to wiggle out. It's not gonna, you can, if you feel comfortable, you can put a piece of napkin there, but it's not gonna scratch your gun. You know, you just put it here. I don't know if you can see it, and you pull it towards you, and you'll hear a pop. Pin pops out. That's your pin. Pull the pin out. You don't have to press the trigger. Just, yeah, forgot to take the magazine out. Now you gotta drop the magazine. I forgot to drop it out. When you pull the slide back, always drop the magazine out before you pull out the pin. Alright, it's not gonna do anything to damage it, but just, it helps, makes it go smoother when you take the magazine out first before you drop the pin. Okay, so now all you gotta do is yank back, and it comes right off. All right, now to put it back on, some people might find it a little difficult, but it's not, because that's your internals right there to the 32. Nothing to it. This is due for a cleaning too, so she's getting cleaned today. So, you know, same thing. You take the slide and you line it up with the rails here on the frame. Now, what you have to do though is, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hole. And you can see right through that. Right there, there's a spring. There's a metal bar. You want to get your, you want to make sure, if you look in there, you can't really see what I see, but you want to make sure you can see clear right through that hole, clear to the other side of it. Like, you can see a hole, and you make sure the pin you press the pin on top of that bar. Don't push it against the bar. There's a metal bar right there. You want to get the pin a lot of people also put the magazine in. I mean, it depends, man. You can still put the mag in, you know, but I've done it both ways, so it doesn't bother me. But even like you can yank back a little on the slide like this, but you make sure that this pin goes up and you go over that little metal bar in there. Go over it, kind of like this. So you push in. You see, you went over it, and it kind of pushes that little metal bar downwards. And now it's good to push back in. Also, make sure you kind of nudge the slide back a little bit. That'll help too. If you just pull back on the slide before the pin gets pushed in, it'll go in a little bit more easier. So the pin is in. The pin doesn't show on the other side of the gun or nothing like that. There you go. Now the function check. Make sure everything is good. See, everything is good to go. That is how you disassemble. I mean, not disassemble. Sorry. That is how you take the slide down off of the Keltec P32. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Rebel 9. Catch y'all in the next one.